All right, so this is going to be lesson 19. If you could please turn your workbooks to page 103. We're going to work basically through exercise 1 here, just to give you an idea. I want you to notice that I split this up into 3 columns, and instead of the middle column being this other problem, I cross that out and we're just going to put some properties in there. So what I want to do is I want to show you that we can solve equations that have multiple variables in them, such as this guy right here. I want you to notice that there's no actual numbers here. This is all just letters. We've got ax minus b equals c. And we can have equations that have just letters. We can have ones that have letters and numbers, such as this one right here. It could be really any combination. And I want you to know that I can ask you to solve for any one of these variables. So in this case, we're going to solve this equation for x. We're also going to solve this equation for x, which means we're going to try and get x by itself. And I want you to notice that the structure of this equation is very similar to the structure of this equation. So like 2x minus 6 equals 10, ax minus b equals c. I want you to see that those are similar. Now, if we go through and solve those, we can just simply, okay, so let's rewrite this. 2x minus 6 equals 10. And then we've got ax minus b equals c. If I asked you to solve this equation for x, then we can just simply, what would I do first? Well, I would add 6 to both sides. So I would add 6 to both sides, and that's going to give me a 0 pair. And now I have 2x equals 16. And how did I do that? Well, I use the addition property of equality, right? Well, I can do the same thing on this side, okay? So I'm trying to isolate x, so I'm going to just add b to both sides. And this negative b plus b gives me a 0 pair, and now I have ax equals, now here's the one difference between this side and this side. On this side, 10 and 6 are like terms, so I can actually add them together. On this side, I've got c plus b, and those are not like terms. So I can still write it down. Whoops, that's a mistake. I can still write it down. I just can't actually combine them. So I just write down c plus b. Okay, and then let's go back to our equation. What would I do next? Well, I would divide both sides by 2. And that gives me x equals 8. And what did I do there? I did the division or the multiplication property of equality. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. I'm trying to isolate x. So a is being multiplied by x, so I need to do the inverse of that, which is to divide by a. And just like 2 over 2 reduces to 1, a over a reduces to 1. Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So now I have x equals c plus b over a. I followed the same properties to solve this equation here for x as I did to solve this equation for x. It's exactly the same thing. Now we're going to look at some formulas in class that are going to be a little bit more complicated than this, but the idea is we are going to rely on our properties and our inverses. So we've got distributive, we've got commutative, we've got associative, and then we have all of our properties of equality: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and we're going to use those properties to isolate a given variable. And then we'll practice this more in class. That's it.